content over everything. I stopped eating this. What do you call it?
I just thought like being out here, that's what we needed.
It gives me that feeling like I want to go toilet.
So brother, who do you see as boss? Who do you envisage as
God,
boss?
we'll read it and we'll put it down. Wrong person to ask the question.
So you're not Christian, right?
Wrong person to ask the question. Because
Just trying to gauge, like,
that's why I wish. That's why I wish.
What do you want to You don't want to start talking about something? I have no clue to anything. What am I speaking about? What are we speaking about? I'm just listening.
Hamza, did you ever get...
Join the discussion. Come, we don't know what we're talking about.
I don't do camera.
No, it's not debate. It's not debate.
You
can enrich them.
It's a whole school before cameras were down here. Where people were just talking. In those days, if you put a camera in somebody's face, it's a problem. Now it's a fashion. Yeah, it's going crazy.
Yes, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Choose a subject. Good subject.
Don't worry about the cameras, man. Don't worry about the cameras. You're about good subject. Just talk freely, like it's content.
It's easy. As we're speaking.
Make an exception for content.
No,
always, man.
Not that one.
That's what
People won't benefit from that. People won't benefit.
You can speak about.
No, I want to talk about, honestly, I want to talk about what I thought I wanted to talk about today. I might still be able to do it, but it ties in a way. And what I want to talk about is who are called the nation of Israel. And I'm not going in. I'm not doing religion. Get me right, because I don't want to do the religion thing first. Yeah? I want to do the people thing first. The people thing and who are people before religion. Because we can go into history of religion, and you go on history and say we know when certain religions came to certain countries. We can do all of that, yeah?
Yeah.
So what we want to do is say, let me say my premise is to say that
I don't know about the topic of Israel.
Well, it's not like trying to put you on a spot. It's just trying to let us.
Are you describing children of Israel as being some sort of? You want to come at it not from a religious perspective, but a tribal aspect.
A national perspective, whereby we have a nation, and the nation has lots of tribes. Yeah. Say for example, I don't know too much history. You understand? Because the little I know is just enough to construct a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? Anything other than that, it becomes an intellectual who's going to win, who knows more. Then you really miss the point. So take like India and Pakistan, and how at a particular point they were all one nation. Then at a particular point they became India and Pakistan. And as far as we're concerned today, Indians are not Pakistanis, Pakistanis are not Indians. North Korea are not South Koreans, and the other way, and so on and so forth. And that is a tragedy on its own. You see what I'm saying?
It's like we hate neighbors more than we hate anyone who's distant from us, even though we resemble them the most. I remember growing up in South London, Nigerians and Ghanaians, the closest almost in terms of culture, but they were always at each other. But the thing is, once all of the jokes aside, it was beautiful because they were like neighbors, But then they still get very heated and suggest that I'm not this, I'm not that.
Exactly. We had a video last week or 2 weeks ago where the Ghanaian brother came down, and it looked like a fight in a way. Not a fight, but it looked like we're against each other. But that's what we do. That's what our nations do. You see what I'm saying? So our nations, the nation of Israel, spreads well into all the corners of the earth. You understand? And when you come to the understanding of what religion was, religion is one thing that was used to cut us off from knowing that we're actually a nation of people bound by something else first. So Nigeria, for example, in my tribes, Yoruba, there's Muslim and there's Christian and there's every other thing. And because of that, just because of those things, we don't agree with each other anymore.
So you used to be united, and then some
Yeah,
things came along and divided a lot
Yeah,
of people.
you know, this one, that one, this one, that one. So it's like 5 subgroups in there.
In Nigeria, top 5.
I mean, no, just in my tribe, just in my own. Yeah, I'm only speaking for mine now, so I can keep it tight. You get me? I can keep it tight. 'Cause what I don't like is speaking for Igbo. Then one Igbo guy says, "No, Tai doesn't know anything about Igbo because he's not Igbo." I don't like people, so I keep it tight to my culture, my Yoruba, and I let the others see what I'm saying, and then look at the example. So we looked at Korea, South Korea, North Korea, soon believing that they have nothing in common. East Germany, West Germany. At a point, seriously, they didn't even know they were the same people. Really, they didn't know they were the same people, and so on and so forth. So I'm saying, a brother brought me a book like a couple of months ago. You know? Brother Amu, you know, he knows himself. So he brought me a book to support what I was trying to say, that the nation of Israel is scattered all over the earth, and it's not just about the African phenotype or the skin color. It's nothing to do with that. Even though it all starts with that. You can't get away from color. It starts from that, but it's got nothing to do with that. Like say a white Jew would come now and look at you and say, you look like a Gentile. You're not a Jew. You look like a Palestinian trying to blow me up. Kind of mentality. Whereas it could well say, if it wasn't for skin color, there must something deeper to being a nation. So the white Jewish country went into Ethiopia to lift up seriously black people who look like this brother and bring them to Israel and say, these are our people. I'm like, well, if these are your people, why do you need to validate them to come in? Why can't they just walk in if they have the same right? But the division is there. People are believing that it doesn't matter, but they're trying to tell you it matters. But my point is, coming from a biblical, historical background, is that the nation of Israel, regardless of your religion, you could be a Muslim Israelite.
Are you seeing it now as a lineage kind of thing?
The lineage, exactly. The lineage is the most important thing. You and your twin, yeah, like I have a twin, yeah. I don't know what he's into right now. When we were younger, he used to love the Bible, yeah. In the last 15 years, he started rebelling against the Bible. I started accepting the Bible. Not because I feel like it, because I checked the thing, and I was so upset because you have more than me here to know that these things, because he used to take me around, show me stuff, and teach me how it all connects. So, but I understood his problem comes from our family background. They didn't give a SHIT about us. They didn't give a SHIT. Because of that, he lost interest in anything and anyone trying to say this is right, that's wrong, if you know what I mean. That moral code, which is so deeply rooted in our culture, based on the Bible. So his rebellion was against that thing. But anyway, leaving that aside.
Well, why do you think people turn their back on even spirituality more broadly? For example, even if we look at our people generally in countries like that, or continents like Africa and Asia, very spiritual, bouncy, meaningful people, if you know what I mean. As in, they look at things way beyond superficiality. But most recently, I think people have been moving away from that kind of lifestyle, of spirituality, where we gaze upon the horizon and perhaps we see mountains and greenery, and we understand it's part of us. But then now we've adopted a lot of Westernism or Western universalism, which has in a way really broken us. As in, I think it's taken away from
the superficiality and all that.
It's taken away a lot of us, and it's taken us away from what we were. You know, we're very agricultural people also. We derive a lot of meaning from seeing greenery, life. You know, just looking after. You know, the executionists. If you read in history, they were given like 3 months at a time to stop executing people because their job was mainly to execute. And what happened was they'd be taken away from execution to do farming. Now the logic behind that, the executors away from execution and put them in farming. Do you see what's happening there? Farming is about life.
I'm just gonna come there and ask you that question. Well, go on, just so I don't.
It's about life, as in when we see
family. It's about life.
It's about life.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's amazing.
I didn't put those words in his mouth. So I'm just seriously, because that's what I'm trying to say. Like when people can talk outside the paradigms of the institutions, then we're people.
Yeah.
I don't mind the religious talk. I don't mind, because some of us have to do it. And it has to be done sometimes. It's useful for us, but also I want the human concept in there. Because first and foremost, I think the creator, whatever name anybody want to call him, that's what he has in mind the most. That's what he has in mind the most for us who he created, is that life, innit? I don't know if you disagree with that. Yeah?
No, one of the things that's lacking from London, I'm sure on a broader scale, everyone, is that we can't see people as humans. So we can't even get onto that discussion of religion without hating each other, where there's politics, identity, race, or religion. You know, me as a person, I believe, we need to speak, but I need to answer, so I need to know who it is that I'm speaking to. Yeah. If I set it up in such a way that you've hated me, you're not going to take my message, even if it be correct. So I agree with you. There's if you may, a commonality of humanism.
And not the humanism that denigrates the creator.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Or gets rid of the idea of a creator. Not that one. Yeah, but the humanity of purpose of the creator, to say as powerful and majestic and almighty as he is, he still found it worthwhile to create man. You know, that concept. So from that point of view, let's look at that thing and let's give him that praise, let's give him that glory. You know?
I think it's lacking there. Really, it's lacking from a communal perspective.
Would you say global communal perspective, or
no? There are pockets. There are pockets of people. When you go to them, the value of life is not about verticality, tall buildings, and material. It's about meaning. And just speaking to people who come perhaps from other countries where agriculture is important, you see that they understand the meaning of life, community, looking after people. They're very introspective, wise with what they say. You know, for example, you yourself, you speak about many things which are very deep. You know, many people don't fully grasp it. I don't grasp it half the times as well. Yeah, it takes time almost, to absorb ideas. And I think these people, they take life first and foremost as life. Whereas we are rushing all the time to acquire knowledge, whereas they take their time to acquire knowledge.
They're really embedding themselves in that life.
Yes.
We are sort of like
we're talking the talk, but we're not walking the walk.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's obviously a religious dimension to me, as in you believe in God.
I believe in the Creator. See, let me say one thing here. Believe it or not, what brought me down here the last 2 years now is because I had one of our brothers, you know him, I don't want to make it a subject. He was arguing with another religious person, and they started with the word God. And I couldn't take it anymore, because by now our intellect should know that we're using the wrong name to start a conversation. We're thrown off the thing already. We're really thrown off. Anyone who comes into a specialized field and calls any piece of tool or equipment by the wrong name and uses that wrong name to start a conversation or start a thesis or argument, or can they really get it right later? That's the thing.
So was it that the word God is deficient, or
The word God is for our purposes, it's a red herring. Because it can't focus your mind on what you're trying to talk about.
so creator?
The creator, even as we only speak in English, because maybe you don't speak my language, I don't speak yours, home language, but at least we got that English, so we can use that. So our Almighty Creator, if we use that even often enough, it easily tells somebody that we're talking about somebody who we're attributing some kind of action to, rather to some guy.
Interesting.
Some people think it's some guy. You know how people go around their hands? They're saying, well, prove to me God exists. But they can never say to you, prove to me life exists. You see what I mean?
I think one of the arguments was that how can I prove the existence of God when everything around you is proof of the existence of God?
This is it. That's why the word God must stop to be used, even to get anywhere. Because honestly, besides going into the historical reason why that word was put in there,
German.
yeah, the German word is Goff, and Goff, means death. So whenever we say, "Do you believe in God?" guess what you're really saying? You're really saying, do you believe in death? It's a spiritual and factual reality that we're living in to say that, because I have said, and I won't take it back, that only death is being worshipped on the earth.
What do you mean?
You see, I like that you brought in the word life, and you brought in a clear example of what life is. And there's no greater exemplifier of life than us going back to the land, even as children. So we go back to the land, we see trees grow, we know we got to maintain them. We see the rivers flow, we know we need to keep it clean. We see our women give birth, we know how fragile they are. We know we got to look after them. We see our children come out, we know we got to repeat it. And then we look at the whole picture and we say, wow, life is beautiful. I'm enjoying my life. Well, our life consists of all those things that we observe. The plants that sustain us, the air that's given to us, surely by the Creator. I don't want people to say, is Brother Ty and Brother Hamza agreeing to become animists. We're not animists, but we're just discussing the context of life in our different perspectives. So we've seen how life supports. Look, people are behind us right there. Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, whatever. Ain't nobody complaining.
No one.
As soon as you go and tell them God, trouble start. But you go there and say, are you enjoying life? I mean, sure. Because that's the only common denominator that we have, that we don't want to lose, that we always seek to maintain.
But is that true, Ty?
Go on.
Is that true? If you look at our societies, if we look back, one of the most communal factors or factors which really brought people together was always the concept of God.
No, I'm not saying the concept is not there.
Also,
The word,
creators,
that word, That's the problem I have. It's a horrible problem for me.
So when we
Once
use
that word can be,
creator,
then we can be dealing slowly with that. Watch the change
when you say
when
creator.
you have a different parley with other people using that word. They might disagree, but watch the difference of approach to it.
You're right. So you're right. When you say creative, there's less opposition and there's more commonality.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's more commonality. That's it. There's less opposition because, sorry, I'm screaming like here.
No.
Because when you come to someone and they perceive that you have a group already, that you have a camp, either they look at this Rasta man and say, yeah, he's coming with Jah Rastafari. So when he says God, he's probably talking about his own. You see what I mean?
But when you say
creator, they're like, that's all of us. That's all of us.
All of us believe in a creator.
And those who are not like disregarding their creator or the power of creation, they can link in easily without the aggro of this guy wants to sell me his religion. You see what I mean? But if I perceive that you are from an Islamic background or Islamic country or whatever, those manipulated concepts we have, I'm already building up a wall. I'm already building up a wall. When I know, he's trying to come and sell me Allah now. Oh, this guy is trying to sell me Jehovah. Oh, this one trying to sell me Oduduwa or whatever. People have that block. But if we could reach each other globally, and I'm not soliciting for some, because I know a lot of people have so much to say. They're going to say, what's Brother Tai saying? What's Brother Hamza agreeing to? What we're saying is the fundamental concept of life that nobody argues with. Nobody argues with seeing a woman giving birth and say they don't see life. That's what we're talking about, family. And I'm talking about that beauty that the Creator gives us so we can respect Him, so we can know Him by that recycling of Himself into everything that we have, that we are. So if we continually talk about it in those terms, there'll be less misunderstanding. When we talk about it in terms of who is your God, what is your God, then we have problems. And I'm not saying it's not applicable or not necessary. I'm not saying that, because I know some people will still have a misunderstanding about what we're trying to say. Because you would see that throughout history, every, call it tribe if you want, tribe, people, nation, they always have their own anyway. Even within a nation, say go to Mexico, there's different gods in different regions. Go to Yoruba land, there's different gods in different houses. So whenever somebody comes to me and say, God bless you, I'm like, which one? Which one?
But when you say
the creator, it's not what do you call it now? It's not, what's the word now? Sorry, my English is gone.
Divisive?
Yeah, it's not divisive anymore. It's not divisive. It's not polarizing anymore. It's inclusive. It's inclusive of life. That applies to you. The rain rains for you and me, not only for me, because it's my God making it rain over here, and yours ain't gonna give you over there. And if yours don't give you, that means mine is right. You see what I'm saying? All you have to do is move to where I am in it. You see? So that's the concept I'm trying to get us or get people to know and to come against this. I don't need to preach this thing to you and people listening. People understand this divide and rule, but it didn't start with Islam and Christianity. It didn't start with those things, by those names. It didn't start with them. So I don't want anyone to get over possessive right now and think, oh no, my thing is Christianity today. That's my thing. You've come too late. Ask Nimrod what he had. Ask Nimrod what he had. You've come too late. Ask Nimrod what he had. Ask Nebuchadnezzar what he had. They never call it Islam or Christianity, but they had something. They had something. But what we're saying now in pushing it forward is, for those of us who want to come, I don't know if we should go here a little bit, because years ago, this is what I was trying to explain to people. A push is coming on the face of the earth right now. I want to show my Muslim and Christian brothers and sisters. The push is working behind doors, how they're trying to make all religions come together as one.
Perennialism, as in all paths lead to Rome.
The movement is so serious, it's like we here, we're just fools. We're fools, basically. You understand? It's like, why we're standing here, imagine like why we're standing here having fun. Like people were doing just before World War II broke out, People were sitting there having fun. But Hitler and his henchmen were moving pieces on the chessboard. Well, you take Poland over there, and you put the Jews over there, and you take the Africans and push them over there. And once you're done, make sure London is leveled. And then you bring King so and so and put him in exile for a while. While we're having fun, all of that is going on in the back rooms. But we're here talking about our own problems. Our problems have no consequence to these people. It never has. They give us our toys. They give us our toys. And the greatest toy they can give us right now is that great thing, that religion. They're not giving us our creator because that don't pay the bills. They don't give us our creator. That don't pay the bills. They give us religion. It means life eternal. Yes, let it be so. Life eternal. That's what it means.
So that's where you're coming from.
That's what our creator is. That's what our creator is. I'm hoping we're going to be going on a level 2 with those who really want to talk about it. Our creator is life eternal. Before anybody agrees with me, I want them to disagree first. Yeah, let's go for the disagreement first, so people can shut the thing down if it's a lie. You understand what I'm saying? Let them shut it down if it's a lie, so it don't even start at all. But if we can't prove that we're wrong, then let's explore now. Let's now explore what we're saying. So I'm putting it to the people, to the world. Our creator is life eternal. That's him, that's his name. Show me a greater name than life eternal. Show me a greater name than life eternal. Show me a name that resonates with everybody globally, instantly, desirably, hope, everything-wise, than life eternal. Life eternal, eternal life. Everything we do on the earth is so we can have life. When we want to kill ourselves, it's because we want life. When you see somebody somewhere trying to commit suicide, he's only trying to commit suicide because he was trying to have life and it was too hard for him.
Is there life beyond?
That's eternal life. There is life.
That's where the suicide is heading for.
Yeah. You see, what they haven't taught us in religion, Christianity especially, I would say, because that's our remit in the book, is that life is eternal. Our creator is eternal, before and now and forevermore. Yeah? Then, if we die, this thing we call death, dead, it's nothing. It's as if you're sleeping. Because some of you tell me right now, those of you who don't have disturbances in your sleep, if you don't have any disturbances in your sleep, like dreams and so on, tell me what you knew when you were asleep. If it was for 1 hour, 2 hours, 12 hours, 3 days, 5 weeks, months, people are in comas for months. They wake up and they're like, what were you saying? They're like, no, you've been out for 9 months. 9 months? I've been in a coma for 9 months? That's death. It's just called a coma, but it's actually death. When we sleep, the symbolism for sleep is to remind us about how we are connected to He who holds the power of what we call life and death. It's just to remind us to shut down. You're going to be shut down one day. You're going to be shut down one day when you will not know what's going on. Any of you have children here?
Come take over everything from your government.
Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
Then we give the child to somebody else to teach.
Man, don't listen to BBC.
Hold on. What's wrong here? That's a lie. Lie number one. Oh, there we go now. Now somebody's speaking. 4. Who said I want to go to work? Who told you that? See, that's why I said we will start off with the wrong values. The wrong values